Hello and welcome back to the second part of today's reading, and a warm welcome to those of you who are joining this for the first time and have missed the first one. You will be drawn to actually watch whatever it is that your soul wants you to hear or to see, and this is a collective, so that means perhaps not all of it will resonate, or perhaps just on this particular day it doesn't resonate at all, and that's fine. The energies change quite considerably, and I was asked to take a few minutes out before reconnecting to this energy. I found that the energy for the first two cards was very, very overpowering, and my physical body was shaking with the power that was pounding through that Spirit wanted to deliver. So it needs to be tempered to be able to be brought out, but there is such a huge power that is on the planet at the moment that it is to some quite frightening, but it's not a frightening thing, it's a blessing. It's an awakening of many of you and others that do not want to be awakened. More and more people are going to wake up. They have no choice. Things are going to change, and this is why we're going into a second, deeper, darker lockdown. Much will fall away, but it has an advantage. It has an advantage in the sense that more people will wake up. They will not be able to physically tolerate being asleep. So please bear with those of humanity that are going to have this shocking awakening. It's what their soul wanted for them, rather than the more gentle approach that many of you have taken. And let's see what the cards are going to bring to continue with this reading. And let us begin with a shuffle of these cards and see what the remainder messages they want to bring for you, what your soul has been asking for from here. Right, we have a split, so we can go forward. Always a sign for me that it is ready to go. And we have here the number 7, to the sea. And the sea often represents the emotions of what you have actually been travelling through. You have reconnected with your heart. Much has fallen away. You've had much time to ponder on what it is you want to bring with you in your new journey. And today, you are setting out on your new journey. You have your little boat here. You have arrows in which to tell you which direction to go, and they are both pointing in the right direction. I thought that was something different, but it's not. And all your dreams, which are represented here, link into your soul. Your soul energies is on board with you. In fact, they are the wind that's pushing you forward. You are going in the right direction, because your soul would not blow you off course in your little boat. It's cocooned in comfort. It's a time to think deeply, because in the vastness of the sea, there are actually no points for you to focus on in the outer world. So it is a time to ponder upon your loyal heart as to what is going to go on. They're actually telling me to take the next card. $52, which equates down to a 7. So we've got a 7 and a 7, which is a master number and a doorway through. Do Google numbers. I'm not a numerologist, but in some areas people do delve into the numerology. And this is a time for mending. Excuse me. Take a drink, they say. Okay. That's interesting. Clearing one's throat. Words are very powerful and can be healing. Very healing. I'm going to cough again, sorry. Oh, dear me. And they're saying that it's an indication that you need to speak up about something. If you don't speak up, it will choke you. Is what they're saying. You need to live your life so that you are on an equal footing. So each of you, whoever your relationships is, with its business, with its all your family members, each of your relationships need to be of an equal height, an equal balance. And if one positions themselves higher than the other to look down on what they consider as the lesser being, often there's a problem with jealousy or incompatibility. And so do have a look at your partnerships, whichever form that they take. And it could be simply as the trip to the shop. Is the shopkeeper not resonating? Do you need to find another shop for you to go to? Business, or even members within the family. Do not tolerate being in an environment where another is trying to keep you within the box. Now, this thing has been going on for quite some time, and I do know that there are a lot of breakups, unfortunately, even violence in family units because of this lockdown. But for those of you who have made it through the lockdown, and in Scotland we have been notified that it's the end of this month that the lockdown will start to fall away. It's been quite a journey, and it's not just been a question of where's my money source, which for many of you it's been a huge concern when businesses have shut down. But have you left a situation where you were not valued beyond being a slave to the cogs of keeping that business open? You were replaceable. And that is not in your best interest. You now need to look at your relationships, your power of your voice, making sure you are clear and you are speaking your loyal heart from within, balanced, powerful, your true self. And we'll carry on with the next card. And this is a 10. And often numbers are referred to as completion, although true completion is the capstone or the keystone, which equates to a 13. However, as the 13 is not part of this thinking or thing, we are at unfinished symphony. So there is still room to go beyond the 10. The number 1, the I, the I am. And it's saying, this unfinished symphony, that there's unfinished work on the creation that you are creating, your dream time weaving. This is what your soul, there's a figure, a face within the egg. And it is saying to you, there are matters still unfinished that need to be dealt with. The coming together of a balanced heart, and from the balanced heart will come the balanced mind, and the speaking out of your truth without fear. What do you vibrate? What noise do you utter? What words? If you are not showing the power of who you are, your vessel is cracked, has no value. Especially in this 5th dimensional world. So, mending, that can include cutting away of what no longer serves us, as in the chopping out of anything that no longer serves us, is the order of the day to fully emerge into the gaining the keystone on your direction. And we will take the card that comes with this. And this is a 4 and an 8, 48, which equates, breaks down to a 12. So again, you're one step off the 13, getting the keystone. And having gone through your unfinished symphony and your mending, and you're preparing to go to C, you are poised and ready for what is to come to you. You are holding your starlight, your stardust within you. You are able to shower those around you with the truth of your starlight. This is important. You are the way showers. You need to shine what it is that the world needs to embrace. And again, we have a little face being shown. This is what I'm drawn to, into the centre of this figure. And it's the soul speaking truthfully and powerfully from a point of a loyal heart. And the next card we have is a 14. 1 in 4, which breaks down to a 5. And here we have an owl stood on the mask. Truth be told. And it is a time of removing the old mask. It is done. It is finished. We are in the power of love. Only the energy of love in all matters of your dealing is your window of your heart into your new world. Everything, if it doesn't vibrate at the power of love, then you are cracked. You need to reassess what it is you need to mend the vessel of the vibration of who you are to be able to set out to sea and your new place. And that's not a physical sea, that's just a spiritual guiding you to your next stage in your pathway. And we will take the second one of this pair. And here we have 30. And also a 3, breaks down to a 3. And this is forward movement. It's often a forward movement. It's after the 2 where there has been a decision made. And then by going into the 3, you are actually moving to see, to go forward with your loyal heart, with your vessel and the vibration of who you are. And you are poised and ready to shower the world with your stardust. Time is ticking away. It's a masculine yang, and it's a time where all these numbers have fallen away. They are no longer in your schedule. You are not tied to the restrictions of the crazy world of the third dimension. And it is time to take off in your new direction, having dropped many of the numbers linking to the areas that is no longer required. This is talking about living in the past or hoping for a future, rather than just living in the now. A lot of these numbers are double numbers, which is talking to the 24-hour clock. And we revert back to the 12-hour clock, is what they're telling me. You need to take 50% of your day and night just to be. You can do everything you require within the 12 hours. And that includes not just working for 12 hours, that includes resting, taking a walk in nature, socialising. Although time has speeded up, that is the third dimension. This is the new, being able to organise your life into simplicity of living a more fulfilled life by being in the now. And not this constant rush, which is what the old paradigm is locking you into. Okay, I'm going to put these cards aside and I am going to go over to the daily healing cards for the messages that they have there and see what it is that they wish to bring forth for you. The messages in... Oh, they said take those two and that one there. Okay. We have our cards, is what they're saying. And we will see what it is that they are actually going to be enhancing your day with. And the first one is, see yourself as you would see a friend. Be objective about it. Now this is the card that came out yesterday, I believe, if I'm right. And perhaps need to look back at the yesterday's videos or to look at this. This is obviously a message that's coming for a second time round about stepping out of yourself and seeing yourself through an eyes of a friend. And being objective about it is the reflection of you looking back in. You can see how far you've come, how far you've grown. But you can also ascertain whether your friend has also grown and whether you are being forced to go back into the box so your friend can see you as you were, or they have grown with you and they are seeing the new you. They said to think about that. That is going to take a lot of pondering. A lot of pondering. There are many things that we have accepted, but they will not be acceptable. And it's stepping outside of the comfort zone. People are very comfortable and they don't like change. But change is all around you. You just have to be aware that everyone is reassessing themselves and also being objective by stepping outside of themselves to look back in on them. How does the world see you? And we have here, remind yourself that you are a soul, spirit being. And this is important because your soul is the greater part of you. You are one. You are not separate, you are one. And it's your soul that is the driving force behind what is going on in your life. Not you, not your earthly body. Expect miracles and expect the soul, your soul, to deliver and move you to where you are at. No resistance. I don't think we can see that one quite so well, so push these cards up. Or perhaps even I should put that one at the side. Is there room at the side? I think there is. Probably go better at the side. Let's move them over. I think that makes it clearer. And this last card is, take responsibility for every thought and feeling. It can affect the whole universe. And I would like to add, not just the whole of this universe, but every single thought that you have. And it's important to get into balance so that your thoughts are completely balanced, will affect many, in fact all the other universes, the trillions of them outside of this universe, outside of this, and I'm not talking timelines or dimensions, I'm talking outside the grid of the computer of this entire universe. It has a ripple effect, and it's damaging because of such low energies that are here. And it's time to reverse by you taking responsibility for every single thought and feeling that you have. Do not tolerate anything that will put you down, that will feed from your light or even diminish your light. Now is the time for change. And powerful messages that have come through. I never know what on earth it is I'm going to be channeling. Everything is free-flowing. And it's my gift to you. Take it or leave it if it doesn't resonate. If you find it's not resonating with you, that's fine. It's for somebody else. But if it does, please take it with my blessing. And until we meet again, may your heart star shine brightly.